Syah, mulai ya.
Dia jadi kecil lah.
Satu. One, two, three. Hi guys. Okay, so today we are going to make a review on the movie Much Ado About Nothing. I'm Shazana.
I'm Afif.
I'm Ivy.
Nazrul.
Abi.
So let's start.
Idea of romantic love are created for us by the society around us. But in Much Ado About Nothing, there's something darker behind it.
I think it's time for us to compare the Much Ado About Nothing movies between 1993 and 2012.
That's not
Ah, okay.
Yes. Next scene.
Okay, let's start with the first scene that we have chose from both of the movies. Can someone tell me which scene that we have chose?
At the pool.
Yes, at the pool in 2012 and in 1993?
The wedding scene?
No.
There is
That's
the
the second
one.
scene.
Yeah.
At the party.
Yeah.
Yes, the masquerade party. Okay, so someone would like to start with their part?
Let us have a look at the 1993 versions first.
Yes.
I really like the 1993 scenes because it's like Shakespeare.
It's not real.
Yeah, because
It-
the
human
1993
dimension version.
Yeah, and then when we look at the
2012.
settings in 1993, the director tried to bring the originality based on the Shakespeare's original idea, where we can see the 16th century scenes in every aspect in terms of clothing,
Horses.
Language!
Horses.
yeah, language,
how they wear.
yeah.
We've done setting. And next is, what about plot?
I think the plot on 1993 is way better than 2012. Like, it seems that on the internet, the review on 2012 is you can see the plot where they're at the pool in 1993. The scenes happen in a yard,
Yeah.
but in 2012 the scenes happen in a pool. So why there's a huge differences between?
Okay, I'll explain about the different choices of the director. Okay, I'll explain now. In 2012, the director chose the scene to be taken in the pool. Meanwhile, in 1993, the scene is at the masquerade party. Why at the pool? Because the pool symbolizes the, what we call it?
Isolation.
Isolation.
Oh,
Yes,
I
the pool
see.
symbolizes the isolation, and that is like very isolated. That is what Claudius feel at that moment. He felt isolated because of the Don Pedro wants to take hero away. So that is why the director chose to do that scene at swimming pool instead of do the same.
So I would like to talk about the characterization in both of the movies. From the scenes that we have chose, which is at the masquerade party and the pool, I will focus on Don John. So during that night, Don John tries to provoke Claudio by telling Claudio that Don Pedro is trying to take hero away from him. And the way that Don John tries to provoke Claudio, you can see it is a bit aggressive. It is a bit harsh compared to in 2012. Don John seems a bit soft, calm, and seductive while trying to provoke. The way Don John tries to provoke Claudio is a bit soft, seductive, and in my opinion, there's a sense of feminism in the way he tries to provoke Claudio compared to in 1993, which are different. There's a aggressiveness and harsh in the tone of his word. Anyone would like to add?
So that's the difference.
It is a masquerade party. Why everyone wearing a mask at the party? So a mask symbolizes disguise, as in that all characters are disguised in a certain sense that all human beings are masked from one another. Everyone has hidden agenda, hidden personality that not everyone knows about it. And why it is black and white set in 2012?
Yeah,
You guys know what?
I know. Because the director say the house is his director's house,
Yeah.
and
The house is
No.
painted pink.
yeah,
Oh, that's
no,
why.
that's not the house. It is the director's daughter room.
Oh, the
daughter's
room.
I
Oh
thought the
yeah,
house
I
was
see.
was
There's
painted pink so the director doesn't want to show the color of the room, so yeah, change the color. the
that
room
is
to
one
the
of the
black and
reasons
white.
why the director used
Black and
black
white.
and
Yeah.
white. But I think that is one of the reasons, actually. And I think the director trying to reminds us of darkness of life, the lying, manipulation, and all negative things that happen in life. Which is, if we ever felt that all those negative things, we feel as if our life is very dull. And so that is why he chose black and white, like to portray, to reminds us to the real life as compared to 1993. It's very colorful,
It's
full
very
of
bright.
expression.
Yes.
That is like not reality. It is like fairy tale that we want to watch, but that is not in real life, right?
Yes, I
And
agree with
besides
that.
that, in my opinion, the director chose black and white palette because he wants to show the modern setting at the
Yeah.
time, and it
Okay.
evoked a timeless romanticism.
Yeah. And during the 60th century, I mean the 1993 version, normally women cannot talk tell their ideas or feeling. They cannot talk too much as compared to 2012 versions because of the status, family status, and then the
Because at that time, women is constricted to talk, to give opinion because they need to save their family's nobility.
So it's not unfair, and that's why in 2012, some characters, especially the women characters, they are very open to talk about their ideas and to talk about their feelings.
And the characters in 2012 shows more about the originality of life compared to back in 1993. It's like a make-believe story, which a bit dramatic compared to 2012. So we can see from the expression, emotion is a bit
Yeah,
it's a bit harsh and it's a bit over.
You speak of full of drama. If we watch for the second scene, the church
Wedding.
scene, the wedding scene, you can see how Claudio he twisted Hero's arm and pushed her away. He even flipped all the benches, and you see how Leonardo grabbed
Grab her
Hero's
hair.
hair. As compared to 2012, there is crying, there
But
is someone
no-
fainting,
Yeah.
but there's no
Dramatic,
Violence.
dramatic and violencing,
dramatic
Violence.
acts of
any
screaming.
aggressive screaming acts. Why? Because the director in 1993 he was trying to give us good performance instead of good story. Meanwhile, director in 2012 he's trying to give us good story. Well, I think for me, I like good story better because I want to know what the story is about. It's not about performance. Yeah, I know sometimes people might say it's a bit boring because lack of expression. But did you see in real life if someone mad, he flip all the benches?
Yes.
It's
It's quite
rarely
hard.
happen. Okay, so in 2012, the director is trying to narrowing the dimension like more to human life, more to human
Real life.
as compared to 1993. he's trying to make it more intense, full of, can I say animation? It's not animation.
It's not animation,
It's
but
like more acting, not
yes.
real life. Okay. What do you think in
in
terms of in terms of plot or
setting,
Setting.
plots. Is there any difference from
for
that?
the second scene?
Yeah, it seems that 1993 version, you know, you see it more chaos than 2012 version. So, but yes, if you compare both of the movie, you can see that there is huge differences. The 1993 version is more, you know, lively than 2012 because of the setting, and the plot is basically the plot is still the same.
I also noticed that the wedding in 1993 was at the church. Meanwhile, back in 2012, the wedding
At the garden.
was organized at
The garden.
the
Yeah.
garden,
Yeah.
at their house, at the house that they are staying, right? And we can also see there are less no, not there are less people attending the wedding
Yeah.
compared to 1993, and
More emotions when you watch
the
the
emotion
Yes.
is
Over here, there's background music. No, right? That is why the director in 1993 is trying to give us this kind of good performance, which is full of emotion, acting, and music. As compared to 2012, the director is trying to give us good story because the director in 1993 he he kind of used this intensity in everything, emotion, intensity in acting, in drama and everything. But in 2012, the director narrowing down the dimension into human reality. It is more to human reality world as compared to 1993, as if we are watching animation.
because some
like a brother rather than a father, because in 1993 Leonardo's appearances shows the fatherly side of him, the the way he talks, the way he walks, the way he wears his
But-
clothes. But that's in my opinion. I'm not sure about the others, but that's my opinion from what I can see from that scene.
It's true that the, in 1993 the father looks more fatherly as compared to 2012. But still, in 2012 he didn't pull Hero's hair.
Yes, that's the good thing though, because it's quite bizarre for me when Leonardo back in 1993 actually pulled her own daughter's hair. It's quite bizarre for me because like it's kind of hurt. You can see from the scene when he's pulling his daughter's hair is you can also
Screaming.
yes, you
Yeah.
can also feel the
Feel.
pain that his daughter feeling when his father actually pulled her hair. So Nazrul, how about the plot?
Yeah, basically, the plot, yeah. You see,
About the plot, because
because Claudia was manipulated by Don John. Hate Claudio in that sense because Claudio seems to be so mad, but actually he was uh, manipulated by Don John and Borakio because Don John doesn't want them to be happy, and Claudio seems to be so stupid because he is so stupid because he just in 2000 you see in 2012 version Claudio doesn't have any, you know, the clear proof that Hero cheated on him. But 1993 version, there is, but yeah, but it was pretty hurt for Hero because on her wedding day, Claudio said something bad to her. Yeah, hurtful to her. So the plot is pretty intense for me. So yeah,
Back
that's
to
That is the
uh,
climax.
yeah, we look back to the status and political aspect where family normally will uh, arrange their daughter's marriage. uh, apa dia cakap?
Marriage.
Status,
Arrange
Arrange.
marriage.
political and status.
Hmm.
We look back to the political and status aspect where normally okay, whatever lah. Normally the family will arrange their daughter's marriage, like um, they have set, you should marry this guy, you should marry this family, not like
But you can see that in the condition of Beatrice. You see, at first Beatrice, she doesn't want to get married. She wants to live as a bachelor because she got broken-hearted. But then nobody cared about it because she is a noble, but she's not. Her status is not as same as Hero. So that is why in the story, Hero didn't have the chance to talk about her feelings and everything. For me, Hero shouldn't get back with Claudio after all things that Claudio did. But still, she needs to get married to him because of the status and nobility.
Did anyone notice about the settings? There's a difference between the two movies. One back in 1993 and 2012. Can somebody please tell us? Ivy, maybe?
Yeah. The 1983s, the wedding is set up in the church, but in 2012, the setting is at Leonato's garden. Yeah, it is at Leonato's house.
So that's the difference for the setting.
Why do you think the director in 2012 chose to set up the wedding
Perhaps-
only at the garden?
perhaps they try to bring the modernization
Yes.
elements
So
because nowadays a lot of people they get married.
Garden wedding.
Yeah, the concept of gardens,
Or-
concepts of fun.
maybe they want to do it secretly since they are noble, so they want to keep their privacy. So they didn't do. If you see, the garden is still in the house, so not. I think outsiders won't know that they have the wedding. So that is why they doing it still in the house. Only their family and their relatives know about their wedding, so they want to keep it a secret, as a secret.
And do you also notice that in 1993, the people, I mean the people who came to the wedding, is quite a lot compared to the wedding in 2012. You can see there are less people in 2012, and from their faces in 2012, I don't see any excitement for the wedding. But in 1993, everybody's like so cheerful, smiling a lot, and they are full of emotion. Even though it is not dear son's or daughter wedding, but other people wedding. But they're also very cheerful. They're like clapping their hands and yes.
Maybe because you see in 2012 the story is like full of darkness, full of negative feelings and stuff. Maybe they're not smiling because they're envy of the couple. In real life, not everyone likes, not everybody happy on a wedding. Sometimes they say that they're happy, but what about their true feelings? They're not happy. So maybe it's like showing the dark side of people, but it is showing in real face, not hiding it. So who wants to add up something?
And maybe this is the last for me. I have noticed this one more thing. Conrad in 2012 is
A girl.
it's I don't know why, but as the during the pool scenes,